In this video, let us solve a couple of random math problems. First, how many sides of a regular polygon are there if the sum of its interior angles is 1,800 degrees? So this is the concept of sum of interior angles of regular polygons. Take note, pag sinabi nating regular polygons, ayun yung mga polygons na equal yung side lengths nila. Okay? Kapag hindi equal yung side lengths, you cannot use this formula. And the formula is S, the sum of interior angles of regular polygons is equal to N minus 2 times 180 degrees. So for this problem, the sum should be 1,800 degrees. Is equal to, ngayon multiply natin, 180 times N is 180N. And then minus 180 times 2 is equal to 360. Tapos solve for N. Yan. So 180N is equal to 1,800. Tapos transpose, magiging positive 360 yan. Let's proceed. 180N. 1,800 plus 360 is equal to 2,160. Divide natin both sides by the coefficient 180. Cancel to. Therefore, the value of N is equal to 2,160 divided by 180 is 12. So the regular polygon sa ating problem has 12 sides. The answer is option C. Next problem. In the given figure, what is the value of y? Okay, so meron tayong given figure dito and meron tayong set of angles. And wala siyang specific value sa mga angle. Ano lang, meron lang tayong mga variables. Angle x, angle y, angle y, angle 2x. And yung kailangan natin is yung value ng variable y. Okay, so paano natin solve yan? Una, gagamitin natin yung concept ng linear pair. So using linear pair postulate, the sum of angles that compose or that comprises a straight angle is 180 degrees. So halimbawa itong straight line na to, yan. Straight line yan, di ba? So ibig sabihin, itong angle na to, 2x saka x, nagpo-produce siya ng straight line or straight angle. So dapat ang sum niyan ay 180. Okay? Pag straight line, ang angle niyan ay 180 degrees. Ngayon, mag-add tayo. 2x and then plus x should equal to 180 degrees. Solve for x tayo. 2x plus x is 3x is equal to 180. Divide natin both sides by 3. Therefore, x is equal to 180 divided by 3 is 60. So the value of x is 60 degrees. 60 degrees daw to. Okay, sulat natin dito. 60 degrees. Ngayon, the next concept that we will use is the concept of vertical angles. Sa vertical angles naman, kung halimbawa meron kayong ganito, two lines that intersect, magpuproduce yan ng vertical angles. So, halimbawa ito, saka yan, vertical angles yan. And according sa vertical angles theorem, laging equal yan. Equal yung measure nito dito. Ganun din to. Equal yan dito. So yung parang opposite na na-form kapag meron kayong two intersecting lines, ayun yung vertical angles. And mapapansin natin, meron tayong vertical angles dito. Itong x at saka itong dalawang y. Kasi yan para siya nagko-cross. So itong x na to at saka itong y plus y, equal yan. Therefore, we can say that x is equal to y plus y. Simplify natin. X is equal to 2y. Ngayon, the value of x is 60. Substitute natin. 60 tapos equal to 2y. Divide both sides by 2. Therefore, y is equal to 60 divided by 2 is 30. So 30 degrees. The answer is option A. Next, convert 225 degrees to radians. So this is the topic of converting degrees to radians. Ang angle na given sa atin is 225 degrees. So dito, kailangan lang natin yung conversion. We know that pi radian is equal to 180 degrees. Okay, so gagamitin natin yan as conversion factor. Kaya imumultiply natin to, so times, sa baba yung 180. Okay, 180 degrees is equivalent to pi radians. Ngayon, cancel out na yung unit na degrees. To. Yan, cancel out yan. Tapos, simplify na lang tayo. 225 times pi over 180. So, this is equal to, ilabas natin yung pi. So, pi, and then times 225 divided by 180. 225 divided by 180. Kailangan lang natin ito i-simplify. So, this is a fraction. Ang GCF ng 225 and 180 is 45. Kaya divide natin. Both numerator and denominator by 45. Let's proceed. We have pi times 225 divided by 45 is 5 over 180 divided by 45 is 4. Therefore, we have 5 pi over 4. The answer is option D. Next, a rectangular solid with dimensions 2, 12, and x has the same volume as a cube with an edge length of 6. What is the value of x? So dito, meron tayong dalawang solid. Yung isa, rectangular parallelepiped or rectangular prism. Yung isa naman cube. So unahin muna natin i-analyze yung rectangular prism. So mag-draw lang ako dito. So halimbawa, ito yung rectangular prism natin. Yung dimensions daw ay 2. So 2, 12, and x. Tapos meron daw tayong cube. Pag cube, alam natin na yung side lengths ay equal. The cube with a side length of 6. So 6 to, 6 yan, tapos 6 din daw to. Ngayon, ang condition dito, they have the same volume. So yung volume ng prism na to, I'm going to say V sub R. R stands for rectangular prism. Tapos meron tayong VC or V volume of cube. So dapat equal daw sila. And para mag-equal sila, anong value ng x? Yun ang question. The formula for the volume of rectangular prism is equal to length times width times height. Dito naman sa may cube, the volume of a cube is side cube. Ngayon, isolve natin bawat isa. Start muna tayo dito. The volume of the rectangular prism is equal to length is 12, times width is x, times height is 2. Therefore, V sub R is equal to 12 times 2 is 24. So, 24x. Sa naman, volume ng cube, volume of cube is equal to S cube. Ang side length natin ng cube ay 6. So 6 cube. And 6 times 6 times 6 or 6 cube is equal to 216. And ang sabi nga, equal daw sila ng volume. So we can say that VR is equal to VC. 24x is equal to 216. Ngayon, para masolve natin yung x, divide both sides by 24. Okay, copying ko lang dito. 24x equals 216. Divide by 24. Therefore, x is equal to 216 divided by 24 is equal to 9. This is the answer. This is the value of x, 9. So the answer is option B. Next problem. The expression square root of 1 minus sine square theta over sine theta is equal to, okay, so let me copy first the given expression. So para masolve natin to, kailangan meron kayong memorized na some important trigonometric identities. Yung mga importante lang, not all of them. So halimbawa, yung trigonometric identity for the unit circle, that's cosine squared theta plus sine squared theta is equal to 1. So dito, halimbawa, transpose natin itong sine squared theta sa kabila. Bali, meron tayong cosine squared theta is equal to 1 minus sine squared theta. Tapos kapag in-square root natin both sides, this becomes cosine theta is equal to the square root of this one. 1 minus sine squared theta. And this one looks familiar kasi ito yung numerator ng given expression natin. So ibig sabihin, itong numerator, yung sa may taas na expression, yan, equal daw yan kay cosine theta. Kaya substitute lang. So the numerator is equal to cosine theta divided by the sine theta. Next, another common identity is yung tangent ratio. We know that sine theta over cosine theta is equal to tangent theta. Ngayon, kung babaliktarin natin to, yung cosine sa cosine, baliktarin natin, halimbawa, cosine theta over sine theta, this becomes the inverse. Kasi kinuha mo yung reciprocal, kunin mo rin yung reciprocal niyan. Bali 1 over tangent theta. And we know that the reciprocal of tangent theta is cotangent. So this is equal to cotangent theta. And take note, itong cosine theta over sine theta, ito yon. So equal daw siya kay cotangent theta. Therefore, this expression is equal to cotangent theta. The answer is option D. Next problem. In the right triangle ABC, what is the value of cosine theta? Okay, ang kailangan nating malaman dito is yung value ng cosine theta. So cosine theta. Yung theta is yung angle na to sa figure. So we have right triangle ABC given yung side measures nito, 8 and then 10, yung hypotenuse. So, sa perspective ng angle theta, ito, yung adjacent side ay ito. Ito yung adjacent. Tapos yung hypotenuse, ito yan. Hypotenuse. Tapos ito yung opposite. Diba? Opposite, adjacent, katabi. Tapos hypotenuse, the longest side. Ngayon, ang ratio ng cosine theta is the ratio of, purahin ko lang to, the ratio of adjacent side over hypotenuse. Madali lang sana kasi yung hypotenuse given na as 10. Kaya lang yung adjacent natin dito, hindi pa natin alam kung anong value niyan. So, kukunin muna natin yung length nito ng AB. Yan. So para makuha natin, mag-apply tayo ng Pythagorean theorem. Using Pythagorean theorem, the sum of the squares of the legs is equal to the square of the hypotenuse. So, etong leg na to, let's say AB yan. So, the square of AB squared, and then plus 8 squared should be equal to the square of the hypotenuse, which is 10. Tapos, solve for AB. Let's proceed. AB squared plus 8 squared is 64 equals 10 squared is 100. Let's proceed. AB squared is equal to 100 tapos minus 64. Transpose mo yung 64. And 100 minus 64, diretsuin na natin, is equal to 36. And then take the square root of both sides para masolve yung AB. AB is equal to the square root of 36, which is 6. So ito ay 6 units long. So ito ay 6 units long. And again, ito ay adjacent with respect to theta. So we can solve now the value of cosine theta. cosine theta is equal to adjacent is 6 over hypotenuse, which is 10. 6 over 10. The only step remaining is to reduce this to simplest form. Ang GCF ng 6 at 10 ay 2. So divide this by 2, divide this by 2. Therefore, cosine theta is equal to 6 divided by 2 is 3 over 10 divided by 2 is 5. The answer is option